Elias lived by numbers, not the mundane digits of daily life, but the hidden currents, the subtle repetitions, the grand, invisible architecture he believed underpinned existence. His apartment, high above the city's restless hum, was a sanctuary of charts, graphs, and notebooks filled with meticulous sequences. Tonight, however, a new pattern had snagged his attention, one he'd found in the seemingly random fluctuations of the city's ambient light, captured by a sensor he'd rigged to his window. It was a sequence of prime numbers, appearing in clusters, but with an unsettling irregularity. He cross-referenced it with traffic flow, with atmospheric pressure, with the distant thrum of the subway. Nothing aligned. The pattern was an anomaly, a whisper in the static. He spent days, then nights, feeding it into algorithms, searching for a key, a hidden logic. The numbers began to feel less like data and more like a deliberate message, a coded language meant for eyes other than his own. A cold unease began to settle in his stomach. Then, late one Tuesday, as the city lights blurred into a tired haze outside his window, Elias saw it. A series of 4 digits, repeating with chilling precision within the larger prime sequence, 0307. It appeared, then vanished, then reappeared. He isolated it, ran it through every permutation he could conceive. And then, a jolt. 0307, March 7th, a date, but why? He looked deeper, the numbers now screaming at him. Directly following each 0307 cluster, a new, equally insistent sequence emerged. 40.5749, minus 73.9859. Coordinates. His blood ran cold. He typed them into his mapping software. The pin dropped, not to some obscure location, but to a long stretch of sand where the ocean met the city's edge, Coney Island. March 7th. The date was 2 days from now. The numbers, once a harmless obsession, now felt like a countdown. He stared at the glowing screen, the city's hum outside suddenly sounding less like white noise and more like a distant, approaching roar. 2 days later, Elias stood on the windswept beach, the chill March air biting at his exposed skin. The coordinates had led him to a desolate stretch of sand, where only the gulls dared to brave the cold. The ocean churned, a restless gray, mirroring the unease in his gut. He walked for what felt like hours, scanning the horizon, the sand, the sparse driftwood, searching for anything, a sign, a clue. Just as despair began to set in, a glint caught his eye near the tide line. A glass bottle, tossed by the waves, its cork still sealed. His heart hammered. He snatched it up, his fingers fumbling with the damp cork. Inside, a rolled piece of parchment. He pulled it out, unfurled it with trembling hands, and read the stark, handwritten words. Elias, save the 7. The pattern wasn't just a secret, it was a warning specifically for him. But save the 7 what?